time for another one. We out here. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Share the Vibes Podcast. I am your host, Jink the DJ, founder CEO of Share the Vibes LLC. Glad to have you with us for another episode with another special guest, because you know every guest is special. Because that's just what we do, man. We like special people around here. Everybody's special. So we're looking forward to another episode. You watch this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment, click that bell so you know when we post. And share this with somebody who needs to hear the conversation, because you know somebody who needs to hear it. Don't be stingy with the vibes. Share the vibes. Come on. Sharing is caring. Whatever they taught us back in school. So do that. Glad to have y'all working with us. So before we get to our special guest, we always got to check in with our co-host, producer extraordinaire, the visionary, Mr. Mwanje. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man? What's going on with it? What's going on with you, man? I can't complain. It's been great weather here in Milwaukee, man. 30s, 40s. Got up to the 60s the other day. So yeah, we rocking and rolling here in Milwaukee, man. It's not bad. It's supposed to get cold tonight. I heard it's supposed to be snow tomorrow.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
But I have every February update, y'all get like a random like 50-degree weekend, and then it's like -2 2 days later. Like it just happened every single year, and y'all act surprised every time. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it didn't take me too long to learn the weather patterns in Milwaukee, and y'all been all your life and still be surprised. I don't get it.
Yeah, my guy in Minnesota, he was saying that it's coming down snowing. I'm like, oh yeah, we probably gonna get that pretty soon. And he said Madison's supposed to get it. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna come our way soon. So if it bypasses, great. If not, hey, be prepared for it. We know how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte was looking like Milwaukee a few weeks ago, so it got crazy around here, man. We had 2 weekends back to back. We was in the house. I was like,
got some snow. Got some real snow.
It was crazy, man. What is happening here? But hey, man, part of the game, man. Make sure y'all tap in with Audio Moguls Media. We are proud members of the Audio Moguls Podcast Network. So plenty of dope podcasts out there doing their thing. So like I said, if you don't like music and tech, I don't really know why you're here. Maybe you just like Modd, but hey, I'll take it. I'm taking it. But hey, it's plenty of stuff out on the network, so it's something for you. So check that out, man. And plenty of dope people doing dope things. So glad to have y'all with us. Make sure you go to ShareTheVibesLLC.com. Get you some merch. I think it's still something out there, so go get it. So we can get a little money in this off season. And we're gonna have some good stuff coming soon, man. It's been a good year, reflection and fasting, praying, all that good stuff. So we're gonna rock and roll, man. But nonetheless, we got somebody who out here showing his natural black behind as we get started this year. So we got the Modd father, Mr. Fatherhood himself, Modd
Hey,
Torrance.
man, what's going
How
on,
you
man?
doing, man?
Hey, man, it's what one of my boys told me. It's good to be seen and viewed.
Come on,
So,
a lot of viewing going on lately too,
bro. It's been a lot of viewing going on, but nah, bro. I'm thankful for the opportunity. Appreciate I get to pull up on you boys virtually and have some fun, man.
Yes, sir, man. Glad to have you with us, man. So y'all know Share the Vibes is all about connecting people through music and technology. So I always like to share the stories of how I got connected with our guests. As long as it's a guest that I know, most of the guests have been people I do know or are connected with somehow, some way. So yeah, Modd. Let's say I moved to Charlotte October 2022. I met Modd December 2022. So yeah, Modd.
That's crazy how fast time is going by, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We I guess we'll say we're still closer to 3 years right now, but we're creeping up on 4 years. Since we met. But yeah, man, I met Modd. He was one of the first people I met in Charlotte. Yeah, we was at a holiday party.
Yes, sir.
Another
Good
brother I
vibes.
met maybe like a few weeks before I met Modd, and he mentioned he was from Savannah. I said, hold on, I got some people in Savannah now. What you talking about?
Savannah only bust so big.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I threw out a name, and he ended up FaceTiming dude. And like, what y'all doing together? Yeah. We've been kind of locked in since then. So glad to have you on the pod, man. Doing plenty of dope things. We're gonna get into all that today. Let's see here. So before we do that, I always like to break the ice a little bit.
Okay.
Savannah, Charlotte, Savannah State. All right. I saw you say something recently. You probably don't even know what I saw, but I saw it because I be seeing stuff. So you you said something about a low country bowl.
Yes.
It was on
I said that I'm not paying more than $15 for a low country bowl and I'm also not calling it a seafood bowl, bro, because I'm like, back home I'm paying $15. Like, y'all paying all this money because they put it in a little balloon, and they
balloon is funny.
and they just mix the seasoning with a little bit of water to make it like. Oh, I don't know what in the Finding Nemo y'all got going on, but I'm not doing that.
Nemo.
I'm not doing that at all, Dev. Like I'm from Savannah. When I go home, Low Country Ball like $13.
Oh man,
$13. They put all your seasoning on the side, and I enjoy that. And the seafood is better quality anyway. Until anybody shows me different in Charlotte.
Savannah does have excellent seafood. I would vouch for that. That's when I got introduced to seafood for real. Growing up, go to see my uncle. I get the crab legs, the shrimp. We used to go to. It was a spot in the mall out there. I don't know if it's Savannah Mall or what. I don't know all that, but it was a mall, and it was Crab Daddies.
Okay. I remember Crab Daddies.
Yeah,
I remember Crab Daddies.
I went there a couple times. Like, hold on, wait a minute. But it was this one spot. This wasn't no seafood bowl, nothing. It was a spot on Montgomery.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know the name of it.
Montgomery. That's Bobo's.
Maybe
right across from McDonald's.
I don't know. Yeah. This would have been
on the corner.
I was in high school at the time, so this would have probably been 2010, something like that.
We got Bobo's on the corner. You have David's a little further down, I believe. If you like in the street, but it's still on Montgomery Street.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Like I said, I don't think it's still open, but like my uncle, he just got me from Fitzgerald, pulled up.
Yeah.
And we went there. We got like two of the takeout plates. Number one, but not like the JJ's does that, like those JJ's takeout plates.
Yeah.
Like wide open. It was like one of those full of like fried jumbo shrimp. I mean, like packed down. And we got two plates of it. I had one, and his wife split the other one. Man, probably the best fried shrimp I've had to this day. Like it was fresh. Like tastes like they came straight out the water.
Yeah.
Man, I still think about that plate.
To this day.
10, 15 years later.
Are you a big crab person?
Yeah. Like I'm like, you ain't gonna see me eating it every day, but like I love good crab legs. I love crab cakes. All that.
Like so, all right. So with me being from Savannah with seafood, so when it comes to like blue crabs and stuff like that, do you eat crabs like that?
I had like maybe once. I had
once.
I think I had a blue crab sandwich in Milwaukee one time. Actually,
God. That's crazy.
It was a brunch spot, Pier 106, I think it was.
Yeah. Now I always ask because me and my friends always have an argument. Like I feel like even though I love seafood, even though I'm from Savannah, I don't eat a whole lot of crabs like that because I just feel like the work that you got to put in to get that little bit of meat. So I feel like to me, eating crabs is more just like a social activity because everybody's around the table, everybody's talking, they're drinking wine, coolers of liquor, stuff like that. But yeah, that's the argument me and my friends always say. I'll eat crab, but I ain't never been like, give me a dozen of garlic crab. No.
That's real. Now, what I did want to ask now with the Low Country Bowl, so how do you define a Low Country Bowl?
Shrimp, sausage, potatoes, crab. Some people put crawfish in there. I'm hearing that people are putting eggs in them now.
That's definitely a thing.
I'm seeing that's the thing. A little new, a little new. I ain't really grew up on that, but I don't knock a good hard boiled egg anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. What about you?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, basically the same thing. Okay. You know, and like I said, I grew up here in Low Country Bowl. Seafood bowl is a term I hear now. So I just figure, the seafood bowl is what makes them more expensive.
Exactly.
I don't recall having a $15 one either, but you grew up where you grow up, so it was different for me. But
I literally just went home and I think I spent like $13. I was shocked. I forgot how cheap it was. It was like $13.
Don't put no crawfish in my boil. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. I'm not cool with crawfish. I don't want to know.
I'm not too big on crawfish.
Me neither.
But yeah,
I'm not fooling with no crawfish.
Drika likes crawfish. Now I like crawfish, but I feel about crawfish the way the way you feel about crab legs. Like it is like crawfish is even more work for even less meat. Like it is way too much work just to get that look. That it don't make no sense. I do it, but it just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah,
it just don't.
I don't know. Eyeballs on it. I'm good on that.
That'd be, hey, you know, whatever. But hey, that's our big breakdown for today. Low Country Boy. Go to Savannah, get you one for $15 or less,
Yes.
and quit getting scammed over by the man. There we
Tell
go.
him I sent you.
Oh man, so Modd, man. So wait, that's a good way to get started, man. Sorry. So we talked about being in Savannah. So tell us a little bit about just your upbringing. What made you to the man you are today?
Okay. So upbringing, born and raised Savannah, Georgia. Born on the west side. Shout out to West Henry and Barnard Street.
Go home now, Barnes. That's what St. Paul is.
Yeah, right up the street. I used to go to St. Paul.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We used to go to St. Paul. I honestly could have walked to it. How close our house was.
Yeah, I was
to
about
it.
to say, based on Henry and Barnard, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, we about 2-3 blocks over. From there. But born and raised Savannah, Georgia. High school, went to college there as well. A lot of instrumental things in my upbringing. I always tell people I had the best of both worlds. You know, my mom, I got the single parent life. Mom's got married, had a 2-parent household. Mom got divorced. Back to the basics.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, just really growing up, small city. Always been a dreamer. Went to Savannah State University as well. Once I got to Savannah State, I felt like that exposed me to a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe Savannah's a great city, but it's a small city, so you don't see a lot of stuff, until you're up in age or if you begin to travel. And if you're from Savannah, I tell people from Savannah, you got people that leave, then you got people that ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And my family are the ones that aren't going anywhere. Outside of me, my uncle, he left when he was 19, 20. He was military. He lives
Okay.
in he's in PG County right now. But yeah, man, I'm the youngest on my mom's side. I'm the middle child out of 5 on my dad's side. And I would say Savannah State for me was one of the best decisions that I did because moving on campus, connecting with different people, it just allowed me to um, just learn so much more,
Yeah.
and just be around different people from different upbringings, which brings them on different exposure. My love for service, I realized I had while I was at Savannah State.
Mm-hmm.
I was vice president for Collegiate 100, led a whole lot of other community initiatives as well. But I would say that was really my foundation when it comes to just like giving back and doing things of that sort.
Yeah. That's an active dad right there.
Yeah, I'm at that. Yes.
How I spell chance?
CHANCE. CE. I'm sorry, y'all. Real daddy.
Hey, we live, baby. We live.
We live. Shout out to the merch.
Now, what was that experience? And of course, like I went to Miles in Birmingham, so of course we had Birmingham people who went to Miles. But like, what's that experience going to college in your hometown, like being in Savannah, but you went to live in Savannah State? So I imagine that's a different experience from like growing up.
It's a real different experience. So I didn't move on campus until my sophomore year.
Okay.
Second semester, my sophomore year, I moved on campus. I tell people that was the best thing I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
I was moving on campus because I feel if you go to school in your hometown and if you still stay at your parents' house when you're a freshman, you're like in 13th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it feels like high school again. You're going to set up your class. You don't know anything, so you're going to set up your classes, what you're used to in a high school schedule. Mm-hmm. You go on campus, you do your thing, you go home. From going to college, after class, like 5, 6, that's when campus really start being lit. It's lit during midday, but afterwards. But it was a good experience. It kept me grounded because I was still home.
Yeah.
So it was like I could go on campus and I could do the campus life thing, but my people's still here. So my grandma's still telling me to drop off my laundry to her house because I'm a boy. I don't know how to wash my clothes. Their family's still cooking. They invited me to dinners, and I'm connecting, with people on campus. So now they're coming with me to my people's house because they're like, we want some real food, man.
Mm-hmm.
We want the real experience. I'm bringing people off campus to my dad cookouts, and that. So I felt like it was really the best of both worlds. But me and my friends often say that the group of us that were from Savannah that were on campus, for one, going to Savannah State, being from Savannah's only but so big.
Yep.
So everybody kind of knows of each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a little motion, But when you're on a college campus, the way y'all stick together
Yeah.
because y'all are all from the same city, it's just like, hey, I knew of you in high school, but we tight now.
Yeah.
And we riding now. I would always tell people like I on campus because of like social activities and just my personality, like I was known, but I was never really in the weeds of college
Yeah.
campuses could be.
Mm-hmm.
I was like on the if this was like the core of all the people that was like running, I was like on the outskirt, and it was like,
Okay.
yeah, we know him and the Savannah boys, but
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really intertwined. And so you just still keep that balance.
Yeah. No, that's real, and I could relate to some of what you said there. Just no, not necessarily being still close to home and grounded in that way, but I guess just finding your way in
Yeah.
college, building your own network. Like growing up in grade school, high school, like you have your choice in the friendships you form, but
Yeah.
like you're kind of thrown into that situation. Like it's kind of gonna happen, especially the way a lot of our school
Yeah.
systems are in the South. I mean, Savannah had far more options than Fitzgerald by any means. Like with us, we really is like, hey, who you start school, that's who you graduate with. That's just how it's gonna go. Somebody stay back,
Yeah.
move away. Like y'all, you locked in. So you have a 12, 13-year relationship with people in a lot of our southern schools because you literally started pre-K together and you graduate high
Yeah.
school, so it's different. But you get to college, like you get to choose your network, and it's a
Yeah.
completely different way of working. So I definitely understand that part of building your own community, if you will,
Yeah.
on campus, and finding your way to have your impact while you kind of learn yourself and all that good stuff. So I get
Yeah.
that for sure. Now, and I'm glad you mentioned that because all I heard throughout that was at Savannah State, I really kind of like cultivated that skill of building community, nurturing community, connecting with people. You say, no, it's my personality. So I wasn't even in
Yeah.
like the in crowd, so to speak, but I was still visible. Like my presence was
Yeah.
felt. So I mean,
Yeah.
and I see that with you today, just for
Yeah.
knowing you. So no, talk a little bit about how you continue to build community. Even moving to Charlotte, that's
Yeah.
a new city for you. Like how have you continued to build that
Man,
muscle?
I think it's because it's funny. I was just talking to someone about this, and bro, like I feel like my whole life I've always attracted people to
Mm-hmm.
me, and it's always been a blessing and a curse.
Yep.
Like I remember being in school, and I would get in trouble for everybody being around my desk. Like I remember teachers telling my mom like he's a good kid, but like talkative, and I,
Mhm.
I remember like getting in trouble for like some of the dumb. Can we curse on here?
If you want to,
Can we
man,
curse on here?
it's
Okay,
like,
yes.
it's how you
Like some,
feel.
I'm saying just some of the dumbest shit. Like, like I would get in trouble for it, man. And I think the older I got, I just embraced it. I think my line brothers were the first one to tell me like, hey, like you're like a natural connector.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to stuff, I just looked at it as, hey, I just have a people personality. Love people. Love working with people and building. So coming to Charlotte, for me, it was dope because I knew it was time to leave Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
The year before I moved to Charlotte, I just got an award. I tried to move. I want to rewind. I tried to move to Charlotte 2013. It didn't work out. I applied for a management position. I got all the way up. I lost to somebody that had been at the bank for like 20 years,
Mm.
and I had only been in my role. I had only been in banking. I started banking 2011, so
Okay.
I only been banking for 2 years. 2 years versus 2 versus
Yeah.
20.
Slight edge. Slight edge.
Slight edge on me. But what I would say is, man, I decided to just be extremely active in Savannah. That's when I created my nonprofit project Inspire. I pledged Alpha, like did a whole lot of other stuff. And when I got an award on behalf of Step Up Savannah and City of Savannah, like to me that was like the stamp. I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing else to do. So when I came up here, man, I oftentimes tell people I moved to Charlotte. I didn't know a soul.
Mm-hmm.
It was a spiritual move. It was a faith move. Coming up here now, moving up here, I knew. You know how for me to say I know you, that means like I can tell you like 3 fun facts about you
Mm-hmm.
if I know you. So I had like shout out to my boy Doug, who's from Savannah, who lives up here. He was up here, and then I had another homie that ended up moving the same week that I moved up here, man. So literally got to Charlotte. I was like, all right, cool, we gonna start fresh. The first thing I did, I told you I love service, so I found a MLK Day because I moved up here the weekend before MLK Day. I
Okay.
found an MLK service project, and I was in GroupMe here and found it, and I literally just drive up to the service project with a bag of clothes, like, hey, I saw you guys taking donations, and they're like, oh, like how you found out? No, for the GroupMe. Oh, who told you? Nobody. I don't know a soul. Oh, and shout out, and something about Savannah and South Carolina, we're like cousins.
Yep.
So shout out to my boy Jermaine, who was literally like the first person I met. He was like, how long you been here? 4 days. Me and him 4 days, bro. And then me and him started chopping it up, and we knew we knew mutual people.
Yeah.
So then he connected using the Alpha network to my leverage as well. Shout out to Curtis. I put in it used to be a group me called What's Going On in Charlotte.
It's still in.
Like
I'm in it.
Okay. And that's like, but when I first moved here in 2017, bro, it was like popping. And I put in there, hey, just moved here from Savannah. I'm an Alpha. I don't know nobody. Looking to connect.
Yeah.
Curtis messaged me on the side. I was like, hey, I want to take you out to lunch. Get to know you, everything. He took me out to lunch. He introduced me to so many people like George, Ashimpong, Wiggs, who was on your podcast. That's how I met Wiggs.
Yep.
He just literally introduced me to his whole network. He threw me on the next level team. He was like, this will, hey, you got free access to parties. You will get in. You meet a lot of people because a lot of young professionals on our team. So really just got up here, man, started meeting people. And I'll never forget, Ebony called me like 3 weeks. Because when I first moved here, Ebony and Landon stayed in Savannah. Ebony called me like 3 weeks and was like, where you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm at Piedmont Social House. It's me, Kristen, so-and-so. And she's like, who the hell are these people? And I'm like, oh, these my boys. These my boys, man. Oh, Dex. So I said, man, just getting up here, man, with an open mindset and just being genuine and having discernment or meeting people, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of gave me leverage.
That's good.
Yeah, that sound like me in Milwaukee, man. That's really kind of
I remember you told me
one
that.
J. Yeah, I got to Milwaukee, and I think
Yeah.
I got to Milwaukee on a Thursday or Friday. I think it was a Friday, and the Alphas had a day party that Saturday. I hit up one of the bros I met my first night in Milwaukee ever, like 2 years before that first internship. And yeah, we got a party Saturday, come out. So I pulled up and then started meeting some people, and a couple of them guys ended up being in my wedding a few years later. So that's just kind of how it goes, man. But yeah, just went to a party, connected with this group, went to this project, and next thing you know, I know everybody, and people think I'm from Milwaukee.
and that's really how it is. It's crazy because I was just speaking with someone about how we see on threads, people like, it's so hard to make friends. And I'm like, I don't want to be tone deaf, but I'm like, I think ever since COVID, I feel there's been a recent resurgence of just community. When you think of like your Mad Miles and like your different kind of groups and your different things. So I'm like, I feel like this is the easiest time right now. Now some people may be socially awkward or introverted to where they can't have those conversations. But I feel like now is the better time. So every time I hear people saying like, hey, like I'm having a hard time meeting friends, I'm like, just come here, sit down, let me get you the game. Let me just teach you, man. Find you some common interests and go from there.
Yeah, it takes some intentionality, man.
Yeah,
you gotta be intentional with it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man. But one J, I'm curious what came to my mind, cause so Modd and I both have the experience of growing up someplace, going somewhere completely different where you don't really know anybody, and kind of just figuring out how to navigate. And I've done it a few times at this point. But I know you're someone who's a Milwaukee native and have been in Milwaukee your whole life. I mean, so what's been your experience building community there in Milwaukee? Because you still have to navigate different circles in Milwaukee. Like, I talk about growing up with people all through grade school, high school. It's a completely different culture in Milwaukee. It's like, what's been that experience for you?
Yeah, so if you grow up through the MPS system, Milwaukee Public School System, you kind of know everybody a little bit here and there. Because it's so funny you mentioned about the high school. It's kind of like you kind of, for those that live in the South, you with the same people. And the beauty of being in Milwaukee and the things my family did early on and that instilled in me was travel. So we got a chance to go to other places, and I got a chance to see. Like, I used to spend summers down south in Arkansas with my cousin and my great grandmother at the time, and all that stuff like that. And I got a chance to go to my cousin's school, and I'm looking like, It's Loomis Kindergarten, Loomis Middle School.
Yep.
You know, I'm over here. We got Riverside, we got King, we got Marshall, we got all these different schools, and then you got the charter school, all that. Like, so it's all different type of schools, and you just pick your choice, whatever, you know. And so, to your point, though, you know, a lot of the middle school that I went to, a lot of students actually went to the same high school as well. So I mean, I pretty much coming and going into high school, I kind of knew people already,
Okay.
and kind of got connected. And then, but I think college was really the time that was going to be interesting because not a lot of people were going to MSOE at the time. And that was kind of the school that I stuck with because they gave me a little money. And I had one person that I knew that was going. His name was Victor Rose, and I didn't even find out until the one day I saw him on campus. Like, what you doing here? He like, what you doing here? I'm like, no. And so, it wasn't until I forgot who did I meet? Somebody introduced me to my best friend now, Eron, and I met him, and he was an RA on the boys had their own dorm, so he was an RA on like the 8th floor, the 7th floor, whatever. But when I met him, he was a little cocky dude, man. He just kind of looked over and like, look, he just kept getting his food. We was in the lunchroom. I'm like, who's this guy? And then all of a sudden, one day we just got connected through 2K, and went just into his room. We played 2K. He beat me, I beat him. Then we got
good now.
around, and like to this day, we still play 2K to this day. And this is like,
That's what's up, man.
it's so crazy. And then like everybody now, and then through that meeting of him, then I met my other friend Tim, who's a Milwaukee native. Then I met through Tim, I met Imani, who's a Milwaukee native, and then Imani cut my hair, and like to this day we still are connected. And then from there we met this. It's like, it's so funny. It's like we met this group. Then that's when I met this other group of the Shamahas and the Javines, like out of nowhere. They just came out of nowhere. We still connect with them to this day. So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like this, like you said, with community, it's just build upon each other. And then when I met Javine's friend Julius, who now he's in part of our group, and I went to his wedding, and it just all connected, man. And it's just like when you, like you said, you build communities, you build these threads. Going back to that social media thing thread, like to your point, it is kind of awkward to see like, how can you not make friends, especially in this day and age? But
yeah,
if it really is a thing of just, you got to be intentional, and I think people are intentionally choosing not to experience the world. I think that's what it is. I think people aren't really trying to do it because, once again, you can find, there's so many people in this world, and we're so connected now. All you have to do is Google one thing and say, are you into Dungeons and Dragons? There's a whole group.
Find a whole Dungeons and Dragons community.
It's out there. It's out there. So, yeah, man, it's interesting. And
have you guys ever met your social media friends in real life?
Yes.
Some of them, yes.
I think I still have some social media friends I think I haven't met. Yeah, I definitely have some social media friends I haven't met in real life yet. Like, it's like one, shout out to Mo. We started on Twitter. Like, so kind of met her. She went to you might know Mo. I don't even know Mo's last name. That's how much I don't know Mo. But me and Mo been like connected on Twitter for years, and and now we always send each other the nightcap reels with Ocho dad jokes on IG. Like she follow Drinker, she see the weight loss transformation, all this stuff. So I definitely got media friends where it's like, we haven't met, but we be talking all the time. And matter of fact, somebody that I met in Milwaukee, cause it turns out she was from Tifton. So you know that's 30 minutes.
Good old Tifton.
So, matter of fact, Carl, all them, they basically cousins. So we got connected in Milwaukee. And I don't even, her and Drika had never met in person. I still don't know how they got so close, but they like besties.
Yeah.
All through IG. They met for the first time at our wedding. Like that.
Yeah.
So I forget some of that stuff. But I have a few that I have met in real life too. I have had that experience.
My 2K friends,
real ones, man.
Yeah, my 2K friends I haven't met. Like, so we got this 2K group that kind of met within the last year or two. And ironically, most of them live down south. One of them live in Alabama. Oh, I think one of them just live down south. One of them lives in Alabama. The other two lives in my cousin lives down south, Arkansas, and then the other two I think live in like West Coast. They live like in Nevada or something, like Las Vegas.
Okay.
And Never met him. We all been talking about meeting up one day and kicking it. But it's a group of 5. Like, we got our own little 5 squad, like an actual basketball squad. Like, playing pickup at, on in the rec. Like, we actually, at a community service, at a community place playing a game. So it's crazy. Like I said, this community is out there. You just gotta look for it.
Yeah. It's actually I got people like that through ActiveDad, really. People that's in that group. That's like, hey, I'm telling you happy birthday. Hey, you killing on that business. You selling some shit, the link, and all that stuff. But never met them.
Memphis always tell me that. So me and Memphis that in the group, we met from Instagram.
Okay.
Just on, he was following the ActiveDad page. Me and him started chopping it up, and just like interaction. Then I was like, hey man, if you ever in Charlotte, like, pull up on me. And it was funny when he first came when he came to Charlotte after we had connected. He hit me and said, I'm gonna be there. I said, let's go grab some drinks or something like that. And he was like, when I told my wife, was like, oh, like, the Modd dude I'm telling you about, me and him about to go get drinks. He said, my wife was like, you don't even be meeting new people like that. So he must be a solid dude. And I remember when he got in the car, he was like, hey, I got my gun. You okay with that? I said, I ain't got no damn gun, so shit, we need one. If you got yours, we good. And like he's just grown to be like one of my really, really good friends. And he was, I mentioned him because he said the same thing. He was like, bruh, it's dudes in this group I be chopping it up with, encouraging, and I really have to remind myself, you don't even know these boys. Y'all have never like chopped it up, but everybody just so cool.
Real.
And everybody just motivating each other. So we don't bully him and him coming a runner.
Yep.
And he running now. So yeah, man.
And it's funny because when I said that, like, I was thinking about Memphis. I definitely just told him happy birthday a day or two ago.
Yeah.
I posted that reel with me and Drew when we were in Aruba, did a little outfit thing, both of us sticking out there, and he laughed at it. And I was like, yeah, man, just out of hand. He said, yeah, but both of y'all looking good now, bro. You know all this stuff. Still ain't met me.
Yeah, man. Y'all look good. Next time we come in town, we gonna take him to breakfast.
Yeah, man, we gotta do it, man. So I mean that's a good segue. So ActiveDad, you got the brand on, you rocking that. I need to get one of them.
Yeah,
start running again. But nonetheless, shout out to ActiveDad, man. Talk about ActiveDad, what it's all about, how you made that.
So bro, ActiveDad, man, it's a blessing in this community of fathers. When I first had my first kid, I just realized there weren't, back then, this was 2016, there wasn't like a lot of like dad groups, moms joining like all of this stuff. And I'm like, damn, it's nothing for dads. And my line brother always tells me, like, you're a social entrepreneur. Like, if I can't find it, I'll create it.
Yep.
Like, I'm only gonna look for it for so long, and then honestly, I could find something, and I may not like how it's going, and if I critique it too much, like, you know what, I do something.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, that was just really it, man. I wanted to make some cool dad shirts that are not the number one dad, world's best dad, like.
Corny.
Come on, came up with some swaggy merch, man. From there, it just grew, and then also another component was, just wanting to create play dates for my son to feel included as well. My oldest is on the autism spectrum, so when he's younger and he's not talking, it's like, we're already going into this, like, we got to be really iffy about who he's playing with.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been like, let me just always make sure that my kids have whatever resources and all of that. And I just know what community means to me. So I'm like, if I do these events, I'm gonna have my kid with me. Cool. I'm gonna have him. He's gonna enjoy him. Now I have 2 kids now. Lennox is our manager right now for ActiveDad, and she's literally helping come up with events now.
Dope.
Yeah, like she's like, we need to do a art event so we can paint and we can do art with Dad. Okay, cool. Let me reach out to some people. I got you.
Now you're gonna be all over that too.
But nah, bro, that was just really it, man. Just seeing the need, and then, like, the deeper I got into it, the more work I've done with it. Just realizing, like, from the men's mental health standpoint, is that guys need that support and need that community, and it's not as easy for guys to open up. So let's find a common ground, which fatherhood is something common that we're all doing, and it's just grown, into something beautiful, bro.
No, ActiveDad is amazing, man. I don't remember how I first got into it. I think when we met at that holiday party, you either mentioned it or I saw it on your IG page. And I just clicked this. Oh, he got a business. Let me follow that too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's been one of my biggest connection points in Charlotte. Is
Yeah.
ActiveDad. Man, you do ice cream with Dad, and we just pulled up one day, and it just kind of
Hey,
went from there, man.
this all right.
Yeah,
This might
it's
be all
dope.
right.
It's dope, man. And and I really love those virtual dad tribes, that you do.
Yeah.
And Mwanje, so you have context. So with Active Dad, group for fatherhood. But on the third Wednesday of most months, we can have a virtual Zoom call, and there'll be a topic or a theme for the night. We get in breakout sessions, and it's just real talk. It's like no judgment. Just people just talk openly. And what I appreciated about it is, as you start having these conversations, you realize, oh, I'm not the only one going through this. Okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
It's not unique to me. And it, when, especially as men, like there's always just like this, naturally there's a pressure to provide and produce
For
and
everything.
all this stuff. Like that's just kind of on us. And when you're not doing things at least at the level you want to, or you having setbacks, it's easy to feel like, man, I'm messing up as a man. Like I don't want to talk to nobody about this because it's embarrassing or whatever. And you get these calls, it's like, oh no, nope.
I ain't the
did
only
the
one.
same thing. Oh yeah, me too, bro. That's what I did to get over it. Or I'm still going through it too. We're gonna go through this together. And
it's really a relief.
Yeah.
That's what I started doing. Like, I mean, that's what I started realizing was like it was a relief, and like just some of the feedback, bro, I would get from guys be like, man, you don't know how bad I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't know how good I feel after being on something like that. And like the topics we range from have been like am I the dad I needed as a kid?
Yeah.
Millennial parenting, all sorts of different topics, man, about like just how can we be as men be better men, because I live by the phrase that I feel, as black men and men in general, I feel like it's our job to lead and to take charge in the community and to just set that standard when it comes to those things. So and even from our dad tribe calls, shout out to Will, that's a part of the dad tribe from Augusta and the Augusta tribe. Like he started his own group. Like he does some stuff. He does like workouts and everything. Shout out to JG and Macon.
Yeah.
He has another small group as well. And I'm always big on, hey, we come together, we learn stuff, and then you take it. Take what you learn there, create your own stuff and just be dope with it, man. So we're bringing those back next month. We got a board now.
Yeah, shout out to the board.
So we got a lot of chopping and dissecting and reorganizing. So I'm in a reconstruction period right now, but I'm excited. I'm excited for what's going to come.
Talk about them early days. Talk about when you first started. You said, because like you all kind of alluded to it a little bit. Sometimes men kind of feel that pressure and don't want to talk about it. But how was that early beginning stage? Like, how many men did you have? How many dads did you have? And
So early stage, I remember my first event. I remember I was excited because you always do this thing where you're like, oh, I gotta go back home and do stuff, because you don't want to do it out. Man, the hell with that. First event, I'm talking, we done promoted on Facebook, about 100 reshares, everybody down. I'm like, oh, we about to pack. It was like I called it something play date. I'm like, oh, we about to pack the park up. 2 people.
Man,
It was me. It was me. One of my really, really good childhood friends, Tim, and my cousin Robert. But after that, I've done stuff before. I don't trip, and what I've learned is, hey, if you got 2 people, you got 200 people. You do it the same way, bro. So we had a good time out there. I mean, I'll go event wise, then we go to the calls. Then with the events, I did the first ice cream with Dad. We did in Charlotte. That's like my biggest event out of everything. But the first one, it wasn't like on some scaling. It was just, hey, I'm gonna post this. I ain't tripping if nobody don't show up, because I text my boys, and I think it was about 8 of us. It's like 8, 9 of us, all the homies.
Mm-hmm.
We all pulled up with the kids. COVID happened. Then I wanted to bring it back after COVID. I did it that time. I forgot how many people we had, but at one point I put it on. I made a reel out of it, and then once I put that up, that's when the traction became. When people are like, "Oh no, that's dope! Like, when you doing it again?" For the dad tribe calls, I feel like once I began to implement the dad tribe calls, the wheel was already turning. So the first dad tribe call, we had at least probably like 25 guys on there. During COVID, I did do a virtual fatherhood summit called Activate, and I had 75 guys on that, and that was pretty dope. So yeah, with the dad track calls, I don't strive to have like you need 100 people on there because what you realize, like the more people, it's like the more logistics and all type of stuff. I like for people to really have a true safe space so they can be vulnerable.
Yep.
And those things. So like some calls, might be lighter. We may have like 10 guys. I honestly like the ones with 10 guys because we don't have to do we ain't got to do no breakout rooms. We all in one room. We gonna chop it up. We're gonna do whatever. But then when we have the 50, 60 guys, the tribe leaders, they'll come in and they'll facilitate the different rooms, and make it what it is. So it's been a journey, but it's been a blessing, man.
That's dope. No, that's really dope. The reason why I asked that is because the beginnings are always humble. And now, like I said, I did a quick look on the Facebook, and I'm seeing everybody. And I remember you coming to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And there was
Well, I didn't physically come, but Marcel,
yeah, that's what I was
Marcel, and shout out to Shannon. That's that Shannon's going to see this, and he's going to curse me out because we've been trying to strategize to do another event there soon, like the last 2 months, but our schedules have been hectic.
Yeah, no, and that's what I remember. That's what I was getting to. I remember Marcel was talking about that. It was going to be a meetup,
Yeah.
dads, and so just to see, like I said, I did a quick little peruse on your Instagram, just to see like how active these fathers are. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's intentional. You maybe can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing that it's black dads, which is
Yeah.
super duper dope as well too. Because as an educator, I noticed that the students that don't have the most behaviors have an active black dad in their life, and I say that because I teach
Yeah.
black students. I mean, 98% of the school population is black, so
Okay.
the ones that have black fathers, the behaviors are different as opposed
Yeah.
to, and I'm going to speak for just the boys. When it comes to the boys, the ones that have the active black dads in their life, their fathers in their lives, are the ones that you don't see too many behavior problems, or
Yeah.
hey, don't make me call Mr. Such and such.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just playing, Mr. Thompson. Don't sit. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just it just really puts a stamp on how we need active fathers, not only just parenting their children, but just in the community in general. I believe there was some initiatives that were out there. I can't think of the state right now; it's eluding me. But there was initiatives where they had the fathers come into the school, and the kids that didn't have the fathers, they just got a chance to talk to somebody else that had a father, and
Yeah.
saw the difference in attendance. They saw the difference in less fights, and it was just more community. So
Yeah.
you both could even talk about that, like how, like when I see dads come to parent teacher conferences, I get like excited because I'm like, okay, finally, like I see
Yeah.
moms coming, and it's like, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but it is something to say when a dad comes in and have a conversation and chop it up with you and say, okay, how's my son doing, or how's my daughter doing?
Yeah. That's something that I do experience when just from like conversations with like my kids' teachers and like their doctors. I was just commenting on this recently. Like every time I speak with my kids' teachers, they're like, "You don't parent like most parents." I'm very me and Devin we always see eye to eye on this. I'm very old school when it comes to stuff. I am not a new generation dad. Like you're not gonna call me bruh. You're not gonna do this. Like my kids know I am not your friend at all. And if you talk to me or if you handle me like I'm your friend, I'm gonna show you why I'm not your friend. But I just think like that's just my mom, because me and my dad's relationship, my dad was really inconsistent. So like my mom was like the structure that I have and like the disciplinary. And I have a lot of friends that work in education as well. Like I just hear like all of these things. I remember Landon got in trouble. He had one little situation in school, called me. And he was just being a boy. Boys being boys. And my job at the time was like under 15 minutes. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I popped to the school. Teachers didn't even expect me to pop. I didn't tell the teacher I was coming. I just popped to the school. They was at recess. I saw him. I said, "Hey, come here." And the teacher was like, "Oh, no, I didn't want him to." You let me. You go attend to your class. You let me parent. But it's like it's the stuff like that I feel, and I've had conversations with a lot of other dads like that is needed, and just that presence, man. Just that presence, and I don't have a lot of disciplinary issues out of my kids. Outside of them just being kids and little small stuff like that. But I do think that it is, and it's one of those things with ActiveDad. It started off, promoting just Black fatherhood. Now it's like, hey, it's across the board, man. It's just fatherhood.
Dope.
I've had a couple Hispanic guys and a couple white guys. The first ice cream with that, shout out to my boy Paul. Paul was there. My white friend was there, but I just think it's extremely important. And like you were saying, just black men need to be more visible in their communities.
Yeah.
In general, like I stand by that. Like I don't like seeing. I get issues when I see too many black men not comparing, complaining about certain stuff. And I'm like, bro, it's up to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's up to us. I always talk about this on social media. I'm like, if I see another black man complaining about women don't care about black men mental health, shit, you barely care.
Exactly.
So like
My
you
Lord.
need to begin caring more, and that's how the trickle down effect comes once society sees it. Like, hey, we ain't letting up on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to prioritize the priorities.
Mm.
We got to do it, man. That's accountability. Is needed. Is needed
Yeah.
across the board, and it's one of the things I love about ActiveDad. Because it's not even just, are we gonna get together and talk about our problems or talk about our kid how
Yeah.
they pissed us off. I mean, the IG group it's about working out. It's holding each other accountable for working out.
And if you ain't working out, I'm gonna kick you out.
Yep, he do
When
it. He do it.
when that should night picture come up in that group chat, it's like, hey, I'm seeing a whole lot of reels and not no Apple Watches in that gym.
And
we can talk on the other side.
And that's real. Hey, and I be thinking about it. I say, hey man, I better go down and record me doing some push-ups real quick or something. I'll be up out of here, man. I gotta do something. I ain't got no excuse. It's a treadmill in my office right here. It's a bike in the room now. It's everywhere I turn. It's gym equipment in this house now. But it's dope because it's needed. It's not just talking about what it means to be a dad, but it's like it's a holistic thing, man.
And then we have check-ins too. We do check-ins in the group, and it'll just be like, hey bro, we ain't did it's been a minute. How y'all boys feeling on a scale of 1 to 5? And it's a true safe space because we done had guys that come in there like, hey bro, I feel like I'm at like a 1.5 right now. And guys in there like, hey, like you need me to pray? Like, hey, call me right now. Like what you going through, man? We done had a couple guys a couple weeks ago hopped in the group chat like, hey, I feel like I'm about to crash out. Somebody call me right now.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead and drop your number. Everybody hit this one like, hey, what's up, man? So
yeah, I mean, and I'm talking about like when you have everything from like guys will come in talking about like I'm contemplating suicide. Like it gets like that deep. Like it's from suicide to, hey, I just got a promotion and like,
to baby mama tripping
to, hey, we got divorced, to
like literally everything.
Yeah, it's
good,
but that's the beauty of it, right? Because them days was like, hey, 1 to 5, how you feeling? You have 1s, you have 5s, and everything in between. But it's all accepted, and typically, wherever you're at, you can find somebody that you can talk to, or they got a resource for you, or whatever it is. So, man, kudos to you just for stepping out on faith, and building that community, especially
Appreciate it, man.
coming from an upbringing where like fatherhood wasn't really a big image that you saw, and we both have that in common. No, your dad was inconsistent. My dad just wasn't there. He wasn't there at all. No, for whatever reason, but it doesn't have to define how we move forward.
Yeah.
Be those examples that we want. So that's something you said at the beginning of this. That I think about it often. PB said it at Union one time. Shout out to Union. I know that's a touchy subject these days, but shout out to Union. I still rock with Union. So
I still like it. I don't pivoted to Heel House.
I've been seeing that too. I've been seeing that.
We'll talk about that often. Yeah,
I've been seeing Hill House pop up like on Threads and stuff. So
yeah.
So and that's gonna be a technology topic, Threads. So let me forget Threads from 1J.
Okay.
PB one time, it's like a year or two ago. I think it was last year at some point. And he was talking about, and it's probably around the time like some of the buzz around Union was starting to pick up, and it's like, hey, I'm like, hey, we're not a perfect church. It's gonna be things you don't like. It's like, hey, but if something's really agitating you and annoying you, you probably have a calling for it. And that spoke to me. And I think the way I phrased that was like our annoyances are typically a sign of our anointing. If you aggravated by by the way the setup is, by the signs not
Yeah.
looking right, you probably need to be on the setup takedown team.
Yeah, they probably need to go help
If
out.
the food is always disgusting, you probably need to be cooking. Like it's like you like our annoyances give us some visibility to our anointing. So
Yeah.
you didn't see, you talk about being a social entrepreneur and something like you might see something and it's not working the way you think it should work. You didn't
Yeah.
see the community for fathers to come and have a safe space to get the nurturing and what we need to be the fathers we need to be, and you created that. So continue to cultivate that skill and that gift to turn your annoyances into your anointings, and that way our gifts can truly make room for us. And when they make room for us, they also make room for others because our gifts are given us to serve others. So the world needs that, man. The world needs that. Yes. So shout out to you, man, for being annoyed, and doing something about it.
Hey, I had a
bro, Gavin has not clipped it yet, and I think I clipped it on my Facebook, but I spazzed on his podcast because there was some lady on Threads that was like to the dads that were present in the beginning and doing this and doing that, like, how are you now with your kid? And when I tell you, I let the chopper sing on Gavin podcast. I'm not even gonna go into all the but I might have the clip, but I'll be sure to drop it in the group chat. I'm just like, bruh,
that's crazy.
Because what I want people to realize is men, there's so much that we don't feel the need to vocalize. For one, you got to look at it. We weren't even taught to really vocalize ourselves.
Right.
Or, men, we've been taught, and it may have not been directly, but indirectly, you guys hear the conversation like, provide, do this, do that. All these women hold their granddaddy on this pedestal, like, oh, because granddaddy did this and worked this and did that. Yeah, and he had a family around the corner. Like, y'all forget about that, and he had a family around the corner, so he had nobody to talk to. Or a way to get that off. So just with that post, I'm like, bro, I just responded saying, like, there's so many good dads that I've come in contact with.
Yeah.
Like, it's there. We have guys in our group chat that have gotten full custody of their kids. Like, as well. I'm like, I didn't know there was that many guys, like single dads or dads that got full custody. Like, until I started doing the ActiveDad work, and then even I always shout out to all the other dad groups. Like, I just had a dinner with Calvin from Daddy Stroller Gang founder, with Kari from Library Dads, Myers, who's here for Dads. That's his Instagram platform. And then, like, when you really connect with these guys, man, it's a lot of stuff, but guys don't feel the need to talk about it. We're just like,
I deal with it.
Yeah. The question I was going to ask was, how is there an age limit as to being an active dad? Because I was having a conversation with my dad this past couple of days ago, and I just found a speaking of thread, I guess the word is thread today. I found a thread between I didn't even know that even happened. So my dad was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm like, but it's like 8:30. Like, you go to work at 9:30. Why are you? She's like, I love getting to work early on time. And I was saying inside myself, I was like, oh, that's why I could get to work early. It's because my dad get to work early all the time. Everybody, because we just had an evaluation. My evaluation was last weekend, and I was looking at my little punctuation. It was talking about like punctuality and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, I usually get here before y'all do. So how is it so low? And everybody else joked with me about that too. Like, why you always here so early? And I'm like, I don't know. I just set my room up and get ready for and just meditate and just enjoy the quiet noise and all this stuff like that, and get work done and print stuff out. And I just realized, just having that little small conversation with my dad, I was realized like, oh, you get to work early, and I somehow, some way, it got in my DNA, and I do the same exact thing, and I didn't even realize that you did that. So I guess the question is like, what's the age range for active dads? Is like you have to have a small child, or is it like fathers that's been in got 20?
No, people always say that, and they're like, oh, I'm not young enough, and I'm like, you don't have to be like young. At Ice Cream with Dad, Savannah, it was so dope. I had a lot of my female friends dads brought them to ice cream with that.
Nice.
So like these guys are in their
That's
50s and
funny.
60s,
Oh,
man.
that is so
Because they was like, well, you said no women, no moms allowed. So I told my daddy, and he said, well, come on, I'll take you, and we
dope.
and we'll get some ice cream. The same thing. Will did that in Augusta. It was Will, his son, and his dad came with him. So I tell people, I mean, I'm 36, but there's no age group. And really, for the dad tribe calls, I want to do some more generational calls this year. I want to be really intentional and have like a generational call so you can have like the boomer dad and the
Yeah.
millennial dad and even guys that are younger than us, like somebody that's probably like 19, 20, as well. But it's funny you say that because I'm so big on punctuality. It is so hard for me to empathize with people that are late. I'm sorry, because I'm like it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a choice. I mean, situations happen.
Yep.
But like when people like constantly late, man, like when I tell you that rubs me the wrong way, and I am not like, I'm the punctuality police. I literally was just explaining to my son. We went to pick my daughter up from dance, and he looks at my clock and he said, "You're 3 minutes late. It's 7:18." I said, "No, I'm actually on time. It's 7:15." Daddy's clocks, all of my clocks are fast.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if I am late, you don't really, when you're rushing, you don't really think about stuff like that
Yeah.
until the end, and you're like, "Oh, I actually still got some time."
Mm-hmm.
From it. And I was just explaining to my son. I said, "Landon, you should always be on time for stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you need more time, wake up a little early, and like you were saying, bro, just take your time. Like I hate rushing.
Yeah.
You want to piss me off? Have me rushing. And the more, bro. Like I like to take my time with doing things.
Yeah. No. I found myself driving like a Milwaukee YN now, and it's you know what that is, man. Baselining, running red light, yellow mean go, red mean go, and I found myself doing it lately, especially in the morning time, because I'm driving down Fond du Lac to get to North Avenue, and I'm just like, bruh, why are y'all driving so slow? And the roads are pretty bad, so it's like you might, if you're driving that fast, you might tear your car up. But
okay.
I've gotten so used to it now. I know where every hole at now. I'm like, it's this way, man. It's bad. It's getting bad now. But
one J drive like a Kia boy is insane.
Kia boy, no,
that Altima. He the reason they done discontinued the Altimas.
I got a 2014 a Toyota Camry that I've had for like now for over 10 years now, and it's still doing its thing.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, man. But
man.
Punctuality is definitely good, man.
That is funny, man. Man, Modd, I see you going viral about every other week these days, man. Between Threads and IG, you always just going viral, man.
On Threads, when I let my true personality show, it rubs people the wrong way. Like, so that's why I try to be very transparent online. Don't let all this community stuff, dad positivity. That is me, and I'm all about that. But I'm a real person, and I'm low key. Still got some rat like tendencies. I gotta go under the polishing rag. But yeah, I just speak my mind.
Man, and so just to talk about that kind of what's been your experience? Like you had a few viral moments with ActiveDad and personally.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what's been your experience with that? How has that helped like your platforms grow or not? Just kind of what's been like the effects of that?
So I would say biggest viral moments. Funny. I got like canceled on Twitter years ago. With doing something with ActiveDad. It was a birthday party. And this is the thing. I just kind of know how the internet works and how people work with stuff. So I put this post up and we were at a birthday party. Curtis's son. It's like all the dads with their kids. And this was to promote the shirt. One of my shirts says like baby daddy deadbeat with all that with the lines through it, and it says father at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, these guys are boyfriends, husbands, this, that. The thing is, people don't read.
Yeah.
I said fathers at the end, and I was like,
Mhm.
not baby daddies, but you know how your people are.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, oh, you trying to degrade the black woman, and you're trying to, bro. I ain't nobody saying none of that. And it got to the point where like I deleted it off Twitter because it just started picking up so much steam, bro. And it was like, and I'm like I said, I'm still a rat. I like to fight, so I will argue you down online. I haven't physically fought since college, but I argue down with the. But that was like the darkest viral moment. But
Yeah.
the best viral moment has been the reel that I created. But I used a TikTok voiceover, and it was basically saying like about millennial dads doing everything. And that reel has like 990 something views. Like at that point, my Instagram, like you have like an Instagram analytics.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to crack a million. I was like, bro, can I crack a million? And it got to like 960 something thousand views. But I was like, hold on, put your creative hat on. What I did was I was like, hey, didn't expect this to blow up like it did. Be sure to sign up for our dad tribe, link in the bio.
Yep.
And from that, I think I had at least 400 people
Dope.
that signed up from that. So that's why I'm
Wow.
restructuring everything right now. So I'm like,
Mhm.
I gotta, just got a lot more traction and stuff online, and just trying to figure out, how to get stuff done. But social media is a tool when it wants to be. I feel like most people just feed off of negativity.
Yep.
So like
Mhm.
if I'm combating something, that's always a good conversation starter. Not everybody's going to always agree with me, but I've kind of always been outspoken and always never like shied away from being like speaking my mind and standing up for self. So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun, especially when I said that I had to delete this because I hate church threads. I completely hate church threads. Like they're just I'm a church. I grew up in church, so like I just hate too churchy people. But when Richard Smallwood died, I was like, dang. I was like, dang, you done you effed the city up with this one. And, oh my God, the coldest saints were like, how dare you say it? I'm just like. Take the humor in it and let's go. But it started getting too like when I tell people I don't mind attention, but
Yeah.
when I get too much attention, it kind of makes me like feel awkward. So I was like, we can just archive this and just say it. Also, also on Threads, I went viral when I said y'all owe Kevin Samuels an apology because he was right. I said, damn, Kevin Samuels. Oh God, the woman brigade was right. What you mean he was right? What you mean? I'm just like, yo, because the thing about Kevin Samuels was he lit fire under men too.
Oh yeah.
But they never paid attention
You missed that.
to that. I was like, nah, bro, like he was going in on the dudes. But I'm not sexist, but women can be more sensitive. And or not, I won't say sensitive. I think women are more inclined to have more conversation about it. If we see a clip and Kevin Samuels kicking a dude back in, we gonna laugh, we gonna send it to the group chat, we gonna reshare it, we gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
He's told that woman that she looked like Emmett Smith or whatever, and she needed to be a football player because so much conversation about it, it just really gets blown into proportion. So you gotta know how to work it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we also just tend to be more logical. We lean more on our logic.
Very large.
Women in general lean more on their emotion. So like I was showing Drika some soccer cleats for M earlier today.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, so they got this bundle here. You can get the cleats, the shin guards, these socks. It's like $27.99, and then it was like some other cleats there that were like $39.99. And she was like, yeah, she might not like that color. I was like, they're $12 cheaper. They got pink in them. I think it'll be fine. But I'll let you do your mama thing. But it's like even in that moment, and like especially with marriage, the longer you in it, you just start to kind of realize how the brain works. It's like that we just process things completely different.
And I'm not giving no kid too many options. I ain't giving if the other cleats was cool and they got a little pink in them, go ahead and get them cleats that pink in them. All right, you only gonna play for 2 months and it's gonna be over with. So let's do that.
This is how we process things. I'm probably all right. Hey, goal gets accomplished. $12 cheaper. I think that's a win. But she sees it, and like she's like visualizing the jersey and the outfit and the pictures and her favorite color. Like we just process things completely different,
Yeah.
so we talk about threads and all this stuff. Like it happens, and some people just like to be upset. I'm convinced of it. People enjoy being upset. I mean, and if you talk to people long enough, they'll tell you that. It's like I came to vent. You giving me solutions. I didn't want solutions. I just wanted to talk about what was bothering me.
Bro, one of my good friends, and it's funny, me and her, shout out to Tiffany, Dr. Tiffany, but we both won. Our senior superlative was most unforgettable. And our that's my dog. We've been great friends since middle school, but like she used to be stirring up. Her Twitter name would be like the viral trend or the viral friend because Tiffany always goes viral with stuff. Now she's got on Threads, and I'm like, here you go, causing stirring up because she said something like Tiffany's 5'11",
Okay.
5'11", solid. And she said something like I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of getting on here seeing girls that's 5'6" saying they tall. Like you're not tall. She was like you're midway.
You're
And
midway.
she's getting attacked by women. Like what people are calling us tall because the average woman is 5'2", and she said that I'm 5'11", and I want to let you know you're not tall. Like everyone that you hang around is short. And it turned into I'm gonna send it to you. It's turned into like this huge whole ordeal. And she's like, Ma, they don't know me. Like we can do this.
Is this Slayer gang?
No, but that's one of my great friends.
Okay.
But Slayer gang. So Taylor is friends with Tiffany.
Okay.
And it's funny because Slayer gang commented and was like, "Is there a problem?" Because all of their personalities are the same, man. So I'm like, this is why we stay in stuff because our mouths, man. But shout out to Taylor, man. That's my dog. And what y'all, if you don't know Taylor in real life, what you see of her online, that is 100% 100% of personality in real life.
I could definitely see that. I wasn't as familiar with it, but I think Drika was. So when I saw y'all posting, I said, of course, my
Bruh,
boy.
she is a fool. And we honestly got connected. Too many people were like, why don't y'all know each other? And I was like, I've seen her online before because she's from Florida, but she has family from Hinesville.
Okay.
Hinesville is right up the road from Savannah. And we connected on Instagram. I was like, hey, whenever I'm home, let's go to lunch. We went to lunch. And by the end of the lunch, she was like, I feel like I've known you for 10 years. And I said, hey, we locked in. So yeah, that's my dog. She called, check on the kids.
Yeah.
Because even my kids, they hear me laughing and they hear a girl. They say, who you laughing at? Is that Taylor? Is that Auntie Taylor? No, it's not Taylor, baby.
Yeah, my girls, I can help a lady get something off the shelf at Walmart and come at home. Daddy was cheating at Walmart. Man, please relax. Please relax. Calm down. It's never that serious. Daddy ain't got the time, money, or energy for none of that.
Lennon, Daddy was talking to a lady at the workout place. I was like, I mean, that was Tiffany. She's like, oh, I know Tiffany. Exactly. Like, come on.
Daddy was cheating, mommy. Like, my God.
But did you see one of Taylor posts?
I saw something.
Okay,
maybe yesterday. I forgot what it was.
She always all over your timeline causing havoc.
Yeah, it was something. I completely forgot what it was now. Dang, I forgot. I know there's somebody on Threads. I don't remember her name. I don't know her, but she was talking about like she's never seen a jean skirt that looks good.
Bruh, that thread. And everybody that kept posting, lighting them up.
All of them.
Now, why you are too pretty to be in a jean skirt right now.
You gotta find. Are you on Threads, Monjay?
Yeah, I'm on Threads. But I was just thinking, I'm on it, but I'm not on it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Go
you gotta, bro. Just get into it a little bit more. But it's not Twitter, and it reminds you when Twitter first came around, and it was really it just felt like one big conversation.
Yeah.
And because people be trying to bring some of that toxic traits from Twitter over there, and they get packed up so quick. Hey, we don't do that around here. We have decorum. I know what that girl said. I know you were raised in a barn, but we have some decorum around here.
Man, that jean skirt thing had me weak, man. She was like, dang, I don't remember what all she was saying, but she was like just throwing days on
Bruh,
the front of everything.
I went ahead and bookmarked it because I said no. I said I gotta go back. Who else? They've been tearing Tyra Banks
Yeah.
to shreds
Yeah.
on threads too. But from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, she deserved it all.
Yeah, I haven't watched the documentary yet, but it's been a big
Me
topic of
neither.
conversation lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Budden podcast kind of broke it down a little bit, and I was listening to it. They played a couple
Yeah.
clips. I'm like, oh yeah, she was wilding.
Yeah, Tyra was wild, bro.
Yeah.
She was wild, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one soon.
Well, ActiveDad, you kind of alluded to it a little bit, and I just kind of want to see or hear from you in regards to, of course, when there's a good thing, there's always evil present, and so you talked a little bit about like some women complaining about like what about the moms, and of course we're talking about active dads here. So what have been some of the complaints that you might have gotten, or some of the pushback that you might have gotten that maybe not even come from women, but also from men as well too? And what have you done to kind of combat that, or did it even phase you at all?
It's a good question.
It doesn't phase me. I have really tough skin, and I know me and Devin talked about this before. I feel that my mom desensitized me as a kid because single parent. So my mom would always say stuff to me. My mom and if I can be transparent, what I'm working through right now is trying to talk softer to my kids. Like I'm not extremely harsh. I'm not the parent that cuss like Miss Pat to their kids and everything. But I'm realizing at times like I talk really hard, and it's not it's just out of that, like that's what I'm used to. So yeah, I say that to say an individual that's desensitized to stuff, bro, I can hear it and it's like, all right, well, okay. Unless I the only opinions that really hold weight are from people I care about. So if it's some feedback from them, I'll listen. Um, I've never had any complaints from guys. I've never had any complaints with guys. It's hard breaking the ice with some guys to come to the events because one of my neighbors, I've been inviting her fiance to come out, and she's like, "I'm trying, I'm trying," because a lot of guys, because like me and Dev were saying, like a lot of guys, they don't feel like they need that, and or I ain't about to go be around these dudes I don't know and talk and do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just a little resistance. But the cool thing is, anybody I ever got resistance from, whether it's been a dad tribe call or they came to an event afterwards, they're like, "Bro, I didn't know I needed that." Like I'm so thankful that I came. When it's come to women, the only thing that I got, only negative feedback I got before was like when we did ice cream with that Savannah, somebody made a comment like, "Oh, they just out there trying to do a photo op. You know, they ain't really, because
Yeah.
because I can't control who comes to my event.
Nope.
So if your sorry baby daddy who doesn't get the kids a lot sees the event and now he wants to, get up and come, I say push him to come because I people grow when they're in discomfort. And if I'm a sorry dad and I come up to this event and it's nothing but really positive dads and everything, if anything, that's gonna make me want to go harder
Yeah.
afterwards. So that's been the only thing I've also heard. Like, oh, like they don't be doing nothing out there, but not paying attention. Like it's just a big photo op thing. And I'm like, and no shades to this. I've said this on this podcast, right? I'm not sexist, but we're not women.
Yep.
Like this is not the empowerment branch that people are coming to and leaving empty. Like, nah, guys are literally coming. I remember Marcel was telling me, like, he was like, bro, I met so many people at the ice cream with that and like connected with so many people.
Yeah.
And that's honestly what it is, man. I'm here to cultivate community for the dads because I believe dads need community. I'm also here to cultivate community for the kids because I'm old school. I feel like you need to know who your kids are with, who are they playing around. So if you see somebody, and not all kids are me, not all kids are easy with making friends and stuff like that. My daughter is me. Every event she promoting. Hey, we doing this. My dad does this. My son, he's a little bit more introverted. So he doesn't open up as easy unless it's a basketball or football,
Yeah.
and he gonna get that and he gonna do his thing. So that's been the only negative that I've heard, but it's been more positive than negative that I have heard.
Nah, for sure, man. I'm a living witness to that. You know, it's hard to hate on it when you get there, for sure. No, you can hate on it from afar, and it's probably because you have limited perspective, and
Yeah.
you probably want to be upset. But when you get there, it's very hard to hate on it in person. I mean, especially like ice cream with dad. We out here, kids are happy. You got the girls playing
Literally
football with
everybody happy.
guys. Guys over here talking about business, working out, whatever. It's just all this good
Yeah.
stuff. We're gonna go down here, have a little walk. Kids building Legos together, they problem solving, all this good stuff. We rapping it. It's hard to hate on something like that because it's pure positivity. This really is it's all it is. It's hard to hate on that. So hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. For
Appreciate it, man.
Now, one question back on Threads. Now, Mwanje, I don't know if maybe you know this, Modd. With Threads, with the algorithm behind Threads. Because I noticed, like, of course, I get on there, I see CLT threads all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Charlotte. And then I recently saw Atlanta threads pop up recently. So I'm wondering, like, Mwanje, whenever you do get on threads, is it like Milwaukee threads that you see?
Yeah, for sure. I just actually went on it now just to kind of pull up, and the first thing that popped up was Milwaukee Summerfest lineup is trash.
and I like that aspect of threads because I feel like it makes it more community based. When you see that, and if you want people to see your stuff, if it's meant for a specific demographic, I think when you do your hashtag and do whatever, you can do that. I also like with threads, you can edit your post within the first 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So if you forgot to put like a hashtag, all you do is go to edit, and it'll show you when you go to it. It's like a live clock telling you how long you got to where you can edit or do anything with your post too. So
I'm still relatively new to threads. Like I just finally gave in. It's how I'm really signed up. So because it'd be some stuff I wanted to see. I think you had posted something. I think it was about unions. So I want to see what he's talking about, but I ain't have threads.
Yeah.
So that's been good in that aspect too. But like like I don't follow a lot of people right now, but I see a lot of stuff just because of the way threads is set up. So that's been dope, and I've been following a few people here lately because I'm trying to be. One of my goals this year is to be more intentional about getting into the creative community in Charlotte to really start to build that network like I did in Milwaukee. So I appreciate that local aspect of the algorithm because it's showing me like the other people talking about different hip hop based events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna follow y'all. I like what y'all talking about and start trying to tap into some of this stuff. So it's been dope, man. And we had my pro fight TJ on here. RIP to my brother. We had him on here right before Christmas. And he was saying that he thinks the best way to go viral today is on threads. He said, you say something crazy on threads, you get a bunch of followers on your Instagram.
Yeah, because your Instagram are linked. And I can say that I get a lot of traction to my Instagram from threads. People will see stuff, and you don't have to have your Instagram linked. Some people delink theirs.
Oh,
so
really? I got it.
But you can.
Linked. So I was like, let me go ahead and take a look at it. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the Twitter for Instagram. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been dope, man. Probably one more thing before we get up out of here, man. So you mentioned a little bit earlier that you have a son on the autism spectrum. And I know you've been doing a lot of talking about that. That recently you had the Hornets game, talking about other podcasts and stuff. Man, just talk about that experience of being a father and a Black father, even, but a father of a child on the spectrum. What's that experience been like? How is the evolution of technology and things like that help with that journey? What would you say to other parents out there that have children with special needs or disabilities or illnesses, anything that you can share with them?
It's been a journey, man. Landon's birthday was last week. He just was 10. He's playing basketball, so he invited 15 boys for a basketball birthday party, which was Jesus. But it was dope, man. What I will say with the entire journey, I think it's just been such a learning process for me. It's allowed me to see myself differently, and I think when you have a kid on the spectrum, it just you love hard. Like earlier on, I will always get so emotional when it came, to stuff with Landon because he didn't begin talking till he was almost 5. So just like is your kid gonna talk? And it's so much stuff, and with being in the Black community, I feel everyone's telling you how to parent, but nobody's experienced it.
Yep.
So then at that way, like you're kind of second guessing. Well, should I've done this? And it's like, well, what did I do wrong? While during pregnancy, like should we have done more of this? Should we have done more of that? And that's all I can say. It's been a journey. What I like most about it, man, is like just community. Um, I've always been very vocal around like, hey, my kid's not talking, because I don't want to go out in public and then somebody speaks to my kid, my sibling saying, oh, well, why you kidding? They're rude or anything. So I always got ahead of it, and I'm like, hey, oh, by the way, like he's not talking, right now, like XYZ, doing things like that. But the community aspect of it is honestly, which I feel everyone needs. And I tell people all the time, I have the best friend support system anybody could ask for, man. Because it's been a lot of tears, it's been a lot of frustration, it's been a lot of, but my friends have just done a good job. And even the community and village that we have for Landon, it's just been such a good job. And just to see him thriving now, because
Yeah.
it's like earlier on, it's just like, is he gonna be able to do this? Or like I remember I would be concerned because I'm like, well, what if he gets to the age that he wants to play video games, but he can't really grasp the concept of the video games, because we started video games earlier. He would grasp them, but he wouldn't. Now this boy come home every day. He on his PS5 with his headset, man. He casting out with his friends and everything, man. But the advice that I would give to any parent with kids on the spectrum is, for one, please create your own community. Do not wait for someone else to create it for you. Any early detection signs, just go ahead, have your child evaluated, because as Black people, we don't want our child labeled, and we don't want this and we don't want that. Let me tell you something. I've had conversations with people from other races. They get ahead of that stuff early. And a lot of the people that I've had conversation with, or even like social workers that I know, they're telling me like, bruh, with some races, if they see any small thing that their child may need, they're going to do what they do to get their child that support, because they know the system.
Yeah.
And they're going to they're going to use the system to their advantage. So to anybody, if you have any doubts, any questions about it, if your kid's not talking, go ahead and put them in speech therapy. Go ahead and have them evaluated, OT, any of that stuff. If they're not playing with their stuff, because I remember one of the things about Landon would not play with toys the correct way. I would always say he played with toys like Sid from Toy Story. Like, you would get him a toy, you get him a action figure, he pops the head off. Like, you get this, and I remember his doctor telling us, y'all should get him a toy kitchen set. He would not play with the toy kitchen set, but he would go into the kitchen and wash dishes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so he like, no, I ain't playing with this toy. I'm about to go in the kitchen and do the real thing. So don't limit your kids, because a lot of the limits that we placed on them is because of fear.
Yeah.
So don't limit your kids as well. But always make sure that you advocate for your kids. IEP meetings are extremely important. I talk to teachers, and I'm shocked when they tell me, you will be surprised how many parents don't even come to the IEP meeting.
Yes.
They just go with, oh, okay, well, if y'all feel this, do that. Like, nah, like I'm blessed. Um, I'm just blessed to have such a good circle. Like, I have educators in my circle.
Yeah.
I tell people, I was a village kid. My teachers from elementary, middle, high school, my teachers still keep in contact with me. So when they found out stuff about that, my teachers are calling me saying, hey, when you go in that meeting, you make sure you have this.
Yeah.
You make sure you ask them for this. So for people that aren't as fortunate, I would just say you have to advocate for your kids no matter what. Just and show your school, but just anyone, like, just show them you don't play when it comes to your kid. Like, Devin, you remember the group chat? We had that little situation with Landon and a little boy a couple months ago. Hey, I had no problem being on the news, but after how I showed my ass at that whole school, and a school and he's at a great school, but other parents would say, oh, it takes so long for them to come around, for them to resolve stuff. It wasn't 24 hours. Because I was like, y'all are going to do this, and y'all going to do this way. And I just want to remind y'all, I'm not asking y'all, but it's in y'all best interest to do, because I can handle this myself. I can very much handle this myself, and y'all might not like it, but I can handle it myself. And you saw everybody in the group chat was ready to ride. He talking about the ActiveDad group chat. Everybody texting me like, "Hey, where are you at right now? I will pull up right now." So, in closing, I would just say this: create community for your kids, advocate for your kids, and just don't limit them, because I'm always just blown away by like Landon's he's playing flag football, he's playing soccer, he's doing basketball right now. His memory is insane. You can ask this boy scores of football games from last year, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the Falcons played so and so, and they won. The score was 57 or so." So you just like,
Yep.
let me look this up. Then you look it up, and boom, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's like, and but then also lean, and I think anything just when it comes to kids, just lean into your kids' gifts. Don't force your failed dreams on them, like we see a lot of people do.
My Lord.
Just lean into their gifts. I was never the athlete. My dad was. Landon has that. Lennox seems to be doing. I think Lennox is gonna. She has the personality like me. She's already showing signs of the creative entrepreneur, because she's in the art. She wants to draw. She wants to do this.
That's Sanaya.
Now she was telling Ebony she want her own money, because she's not asking nobody for money for her toys. So we in the process of Lennox lemonade right now. So the next ice cream with Dad, my daddy gonna have, my baby gonna have her little cart. Hey, y'all pay your $3 for your ice cream. Go and get your lemonade, all right?
Yeah.
So that's about it, bro.
That's what's up, man.
That's real. That's real. My best friend, his son is autistic, nonverbal.
Okay.
And we go to the birthday parties and stuff like that, and they have like different playgrounds and stuff like that where it's more tangible and things like that, where it touch styles and stuff like that. And man, he be having a ball. And so and like you said, and then I have a coworker colleague that tapped me one last year. He was like, "Hey, my wife has this foundation called the J Crew, and my son is autistic, and I just want to reach out to other autistic families."
Send me his information too, if they got like an Instagram and stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll definitely do that. I would love. We haven't started this season yet, but definitely would love to go on because then that'll be a great conversation to have, because there's so many different tools, and as I'm listening, like in the background, I'm like, wow, there's so much information, community out here, tools, resources, and like you said, you kept saying like get ahead of it. Like that was the main thing that they said too. Was either get ahead of it, have a community, and then watch them grow and watch them do certain things, and it was dope. So yeah, and yeah, I definitely will connect you for sure.
And because you're really just doing your child a disservice, and it's after you have a kid on the spectrum, it makes you. It's like you go through this um, time capsule of like, who was on the spectrum when I was in school, and like so much stuff clicks. I'm like, hey, like this person used to act like this, and they just said he was bad, or this person used to have a short temper, and they would do stuff like that. And I had a homie that just got diagnosed with autism a year or two ago. It was 2 years ago.
Wow.
He just got diagnosed with autism. He's 30. He's a year or two older than me, so he probably was like 35 or 36. And not the funny thing, but he said for him it was a relief, because it was just always stuff like he struggled with. And he like went to high school, graduated, works, solid job, like everything, but it's a spectrum. So it's like little things you can pick up on. And with us, we just always would say, that boy got a bad temper. Like, do not piss him off, because he will go to 0 to 100 in like the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And that's something, even like with Landon's coaches, they would tell him like he's very passionate. Like if they say he misses a shot, he does, like he's so hard on himself and he gets so mad. And his coaches was like tell him just want to focus on like he needs to calm down, like regulating his emotions and doing stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's why I say, man, just get ahead of it. And I think this conversation needs to happen a lot more in our communities, because everybody wants to write it off as, oh, you're not gonna label my child. And now in some instances, people may be trying to label your child. But if if the signs are showing there, just go ahead and do it, man.
Yeah. Avoiding it doesn't help anything. You know,
It doesn't.
we gotta embrace all that comes with us, man. All of
And be
our
kind. Be kind. Be kind to kids that are different. I don't think a
yeah.
lot of I think more parents need to teach their kids how to be kind to how to be kind to kids to have differences, and I
Mhm.
think more parents need to teach their kids healthy conflict resolution. I think those are two things that in our community we don't do a lot of. Um, I remember we was at an ice cream with Dad, me and Rich at the end, and they weren't with us, but it was a kid that was autistic, and he like came around, and he wasn't talking, and you could just pick up on it, and I'm like yeah, and like his parents came and was like, oh, we're so sorry. I'm like no, like it's good. It's like too many parents that have kids on autism. It's like, oh God, I'm so sorry. Like, nah, like society needs to do a better job, and especially with kids, because kids can be fucking evil
Mm-hmm.
too. So like, and if they are
Sure.
evil, once again, baby, guess what? It's all right. It's all right right here. But I just think we have to do a better job of just teaching your kids about kids with their differences, and that's what I love about like with my friend group and just the people I have around, like I would tell them, hey, like tell your kid, to work with like certain stuff like this. Or I remember like earlier on with Landon, I would have him like FaceTime Broderick's son, and I would be like, Broderick, tell Christian to ask him these certain things because I want to work on his responses, and you want to work on stuff like that, and even as a parent and someone with a kid on the spectrum, I always pray like, God, I want my kid to have good friends
Yeah.
and to have good people around him. And I would always say it's going to come full circle because I was the nicest kid all
Mm.
through school. People would tell you I would go talk to the kids that were sitting by themselves at the lunch table. And I'm just like, God, it has to come full circle. And last week, Landon was playing a game, and he had his headset off, so I could hear him and his two best friends on there. And he said something, and he like when he got frustrated, he was like, "Oh," and he was like, "I'm not smart. That's why I can't do it." And his friend was like, "Landis, don't talk like that." He was like, "You
Mm-hmm.
need to be kind to yourself,
Yeah.
man."
Come on
He
now.
said, "No."
Mm.
He said, "No. Be more kind to yourself. It's okay. We'll help you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the stuff that you pray for
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you kids are evil right now.
Yeah.
So it's like just and if you can't, and that's what I'm trying to do with Active Dad. If your kid isn't able to just create friends organically, let's let dads create community and let's try to help build that way.
Yeah. Shout out to God answering that prayer for you too. Just give me that
Hey man,
confirmation.
like it's just such a relief because it's just like you don't know, but then it's like I don't want all his friends to be your friends. Like you said, the friends that your parents pick out for you.
Right.
He
Right.
has to make his own friends. So
Yeah.
he's been doing good. There was some boys I asked about, like, hey, you want to invite so and so from the basketball team? No, no. Okay, cool. Well, you ain't gotta invite them. You don't really rock with them like that. Cool.
Yeah. Nah, man. I love that for him, and I love that your your gift for building community and being intentional about it is
Yeah,
like he's kind of walking in the overflow of that. Like that's
yeah,
manifesting itself in his life too. So
yeah.
that's the beauty of this, man. And the community is so important. That's why we wanted to have you on here. So
Hey man,
wasn't a lot of
appreciate it,
music and
man.
tech talk tonight, but it was all about community and it's still connecting
Yeah,
people. And hey, we was at a party with music and we connected. So hey, music and technology
yeah.
brought this conversation to you today. So thank you.
That's how we hear, man. That's how we hear,
Absolutely,
man.
man. Hey, man, this has been dope, man. Glad we were able to get you on here. It's been a long time coming. Charlotte, shout out to y'all. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Keep be on the lookout because Mod all over the place, man. We had to move this thing
Hey,
about 3 times this week.
you never know. You never know where you gonna see me at.
You don't, man. This man was at Morehouse. And
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. What's the connection with Morehouse?
Shout out to my young boys at Morehouse, man. That it just lights me up. So years ago I had a nonprofit project Inspire. Where I did youth empowerment. I worked with high schoolers. We did panel discussions, empowerment sessions,
love it,
workshops.
love it.
With all of the high schools back. Once it took off, I was in every high school back home. Savannah State, Armstrong, Georgia Southern, Bethune-Cookman. We did a lot with that. And one, she's like a big sister to us who once volunteered with us. She's at Morehouse now,
Mm.
so she works through their department, the counseling department,
Mm-hmm.
and she just reached out to us, got us on as a vendor now to partner and work on the contract with Morehouse. So basically, what I was doing with Project Inspire at high schools, me and Broderick, we tweaked it now for college kids.
Nice.
So we have a cohort of 20 boys,
Dope.
20 good boys.
Dope.
Like it's one thing to work with kids. Like when you work with kids on a high school level, like they legit would throw me like 200 boys.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. We got through to them, but we got 20 boys, and they're all just really good boys. And majority freshmen, sophomores. I think we have one senior and probably one or two juniors. Don't get me lying, but what we're doing with them, man, we're just teaching them. We're calling it Project Inspired Leadership Academy, and we're teaching them life skills and to help them build their leadership style. So we had our first session. We talked about emotional intelligence as a black men. The last session we did Monday was self awareness, and all of that. And then what we're going to do is we're basically raising the next generation of leaders.
Yep.
Next generation of Modd and Broderick's. So we're going to give them the tools. Like, so what their assignment they're working on now is they've been assigned some high schoolers. Like I work to work with high schoolers. Everything that we're teaching them, they're going to then facilitate and teach to their high schoolers. So we actually have tomorrow and Saturday, we have Zoom sessions because we're giving them all the tools, but we're gonna let y'all create it however y'all want to create it. And then so they're going to be presenting to us really over the next week. All of our sessions are going to be gearing them for their first session with their kids.
Okay.
They'll do their stuff with their kids. They'll then come back to us, let us know how it was. And we're gonna tweak it. But man, when I say like stuff like this just excites me, like just being able to give back, just to pour into kids, and it's a really dope thing, and it's the wheel, and we're giving them the tools because we told them, you guys are going to be impactful on and off campus. So when y'all go home for the summer, all of y'all need to come up with some kind of initiative, however big or small, because I'm like, y'all are at Morehouse, bro.
Yeah.
The spotlight's already on y'all.
Yep.
And this is not a school that everybody gets into. So
Mhm.
that influence. When I tell you, these some of the youngest, swaggiest dudes I done come across. So I'm like, y'all are gonna take that, and when y'all go back home, I'm talking about we got boys from Philly, Akron, Ohio, Florida, upstate, like just all over the place, man.
Yeah.
But and then from there, we'll get a new cohort next year, and the original ones they'll begin to help out, and they'll be a part of it. So I'm excited to see what it's going to turn into, man.
That's
That's
dope,
dope,
man.
man.
I love Morehouse, man. That's the school I wanted to go to, and I did get accepted in, but I ended up not going there. I stayed here.
Okay.
But man, every time I go down Atlanta, I go to Morehouse, man. I'm like, dang, I should have went here, man. Coming right there. I'm like, oh man. I was like, dang, man. But
yeah, three of my best friend Broderick, he went. I had three friends, and they all went to Morehouse on scholarship when we were in high school. Shout out to Broderick, Todd, and Anthony. They all went to Morehouse. I was at Savannah State, and they would come to Savannah State. We pull up when I'm in Atlanta. We in the AUC. We'll pull up. So it's just dope, man.
Yeah, I plan on going back. I got to figure out something. I want to do like a master's program or something there. I got something gonna happen with me and Morehouse. Let me get that back.
Yeah, go on down there, hop in that one of them the MDiv program.
There we go.
Yeah, get your master and get on that board of preachers.
There you go. There we go. I'm over here trying to get my master's in marketing.
In the original shopping now. Go on. Break down the pericope out of word.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace,
yeah. R.I.P. Jesse, my lord.
Rest in peace, Jesse.
Got on up out of here. Going on the glory. Hey man, what about it's time to get off here, man? Hey, bro, hurry up, man. Hey, no, that's really dope though, man. And I love that you're pouring into the next generation. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
we need to, and we have a calling and an obligation to invest in the next generation of men.
Yeah,
to keep the thing going. It's on us. It's on us. You said it earlier. It's on us. So we got to do our part to keep that thread alive. Shout out to the threads, man. Yes,
That's
sir.
what me and Broderick already said. Landon and Christian, his son, y'all coming on campus right with us. Get all this exposure.
Nice.
Let's soak it all in. Where I
Mhm.
ain't saying you gotta go here, but whatever you want to do, they gotta go to HBCU. I tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just soak it all in, man.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Love to see it. Love to see it, man. Well, hey, I know the president of Clark, so if you ever trying to do something there, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, man, how
Okay.
can people stay
But
connected with you? What should be on the lookout for?
hey, man, they can stay connected with me. My Instagram is at @the_mod MODD father. That's my threads. ActiveDad is @_ActiveDad www.theactivedad.com. Like I said, we're in a reconstruction period, but I got a lot of dope stuff coming down the pipeline, and hey, you never know. I might throw something and create something else that'll happen. So, hey, tap in with me, especially dads, man. Any dads that you got, tap in with me. I'm working on some other spaces as well for guys that may not be dads. So, yeah, just go ahead and follow, man.
Hey, we got it all down here in the description for you. So check that out, man. Tap in with my brother, doing some dope things, man. Hey, and the dad tries is not just in Charlotte. Like that ice cream with dad shit went
Yeah,
crazy, bro. It went all
yeah,
over.
we got Augusta, Raleigh. Shout out to Ose in LA.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple other cities reach out, but I don't want to add no bandwidth right now until everything's good. So, yeah, we taking over, baby.
Hey, man. If you a dad, you know a dad, send them my way, man. Tap
Send them
in.
my way.
Tap in. Tap in. One
Making
more
better
day.
dads. One thing I will say on here, we do have a. I'm not gonna give too much details, but we do have a dad, some kind of programming that we're going to be working on right now. It'll probably like spring summer.
Okay.
But we're gonna. I'm working on some stuff, some really dope stuff. That's going to be very instrumental, and some collaborative stuff as well with all the guys from Daddy Stroller Gang, Library Dads,
Yeah.
like all of us. We're talking about trying to, just the best way to support each other. So, and even if you follow me, can't get in contact with me, hey, follow Daddy Stroller Gang, Atlanta, tap in with Library Dads, just all the cool dad stuff that's going on out here, man.
Hey, there's plenty going on, man. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. One J, any last thoughts from you, brother?
Man, this was a great conversation. Shout out to all the dads out there, active dads out there that are a part of the community. And like was said, Modd said, man, make sure you tap in with them. There's a community out there that is waiting to meet you, greet you, pray for you, laugh with you, joke with you, cry with you, all that good
Yep.
Sure.
I'm hearing. So
All
make
that.
sure you tap in and yeah, there's community out there for you. So don't need to do this thing alone. There's some folks that have been doing it longer than you, and there's some folks that need your help. So
Yep.
why not join
Yeah.
Active Dads and be a part of that community? I can't wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Please do.
I'm gonna wait.
Please do.
I can't wait to actually know. I think on second thought.
You know what? Let's hold off a little bit. Let's hold off
Yeah,
a little.
you got a profits, my brother. You got a profits, my boy. Man, hey, shout out to Audio Moguls Media. Shout out to Active Dad, Project Inspire. Shout out to Project with his rich self and everybody who's doing their thing out here, man. Hey, we love y'all. If you still rocking with us, man, hey, you love us for real. So appreciate you for sticking around. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment below, click that bell. Share this with somebody who needs to hear the message. You heard the message. Now you ain't got no excuse. You heard the message. You know somebody who needs to hear it. Share it. Send it to that daddy you know. And send it, share it right now. Click the arrow. Do your thing, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, keep sharing the vibes. Peace.
Yep.